Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Fellows in Fellowship.
Nathan,
Yeah.
how was your week, buddy?
That was alright. I
What'd
went
you
to,
do?
I went to the beach.
What? You did one?
Yeah, for like 3 days.
When?
Tuesday, got back Thursday. That's like 3 days.
That's only like one full day.
Yeah, I know. But you'll take whatever you can get.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure it was
Yeah.
fun.
So I went to the
Did
beach.
your manager go with you?
She did.
Was it just you and her?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm
You
not
seem
that
disappointed.
fortunate.
You seem
Well,
disappointed.
It's a give and take.
Okay. What beach did you go to?
North Myrtle.
Hey, that's where we went.
Yeah.
We went a couple weeks
Went
ago.
to the beach. Went to a wedding yesterday.
We did go into Myrtle Beach one night, and I got scared.
Wow.
I don't know. I heard a loud sound, and then police cars went by, and
Oh.
they're like, "Oh, that was back there." I was like, "No,
Well-
loud sound, police cars."
This past week there was a bike rally.
Oh yeah, really?
So yeah, so like you know, you could just listen to the waves on your balcony and, you know, like 3 in the morning, hear the sounds of motorcycles drive by, blaring their trap music and everything. It was a wonderful experience if you're into that kind of stuff.
I wouldn't have been into the bike sound.
Well,
Did you eat any good food?
oh yeah. Let
What
me
was
tell
your
you.
favorite place?
Okay, totally not sponsored, but there's this little,
Food review time.
yeah, there's a little Irish pub down there right on the beach called Molly Darcy's. They're on 17th Avenue. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
John approves.
And let me tell you, I went there with Morgan, and we sat out on their patio. It was pretty late in the evening. I mean, the moon was like full that night. We were right above the ocean, shining its glorious light
Do
upon
you
us.
need some prophecy? Sounds good.
I would have liked some, but that's beside the point. Anyways, we're out there on this patio, and I mean, like, it's just like fantastic, you know. Aside from the drunkards down there on the
The
beach,
drunkards.
but we don't pay attention to them. Anyways, so we're there on this patio, and we were going to order from like their specials menu, right? I got this thing called the Chicken Supreme. Let me tell you, I've never had any chicken any better than that right there. It was like chicken with like melted cheese sauce on the inside and breadcrumbs wrapped in bacon. All right, it's a heart attack waiting to happen, but it was so good. Like it was.
That sounds so.
I was crying. I no joke was crying in my seat, and Morgan's just like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I'm absolutely amazing." You know, it was one of those experiences.
Mhm.
And she got salmon, which was, you know,
Ew.
look.
Y'all were
I-
talking about what foods you want to have at your wedding, and I don't want to go to her wedding. I need you to take care of the food.
I don't want to go to her wedding either, but I mean, I have to be there because, you know.
Take care of the food. I don't want salmon and rice. I want whatever you was talking
Salmon
about.
and
Look.
rice.
Yeah, he was talking about having. I don't even think chicken nuggets was gonna be an appetizer. I want to be there.
Yeah.
I want to be
And
there.
She didn't want chicken nuggets, even as an appetizer. And I'm thinking, why? That's
No,
like
it's not.
the
Like, it's not gonna be
perfect
dino
temptation.
nuggets or something. It's not.
But they could.
They could. That very well
They
could.
could.
But like chicken nuggets isn't. Yes, turn me up.
Yes, and macaroni and cheese.
Yes.
And mashed potatoes.
I'm not a big mashed potato guy, but I respect,
Well, okay.
I respect it.
Just think KFC like minus, you know.
I respect it.
Okay. All
I
right.
respect it.
You'll have the mac and cheese nuggets.
I'm just saying, if it's gonna be my wedding, you better believe I'm gonna do what I want to do.
What did you have at your wedding, John?
We
I feel like
had
it was some fancy stuff.
we had risotto.
What's that?
Risotto.
It's
We're
Risotto.
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 It's like rice.
it's
and
rice,
stock.
chicken stock, and like 2 pounds of cheese
Yes.
in a pot, and it's
I've watched too many food cooking shows. I don't know how to make it, but I've seen plenty of them being made, and I've seen Gordon Ramsay throw a lot of them back in people's faces.
Well, I'm not sure your risotto.
The rice is
crunchy.
I've watched too many cooking shows, man.
The rice is crunchy.
Yeah, like
That's a great line.
they taste it and they bring it up there. Like, do you not know the rice is like hard? Like for real?
They're not experts.
Yeah, but I know when rice is uncooked and cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if somebody serves you crunch, like if we go to the Mexican restaurant this afternoon after church, like we do every Sunday.
If it's open.
Yeah, it wasn't open yesterday, so if it's not open today, I might cry. Y'all might need to text me after church about 3 o'clock, see if I'm okay.
Mm.
Cause they're not open. I'm having
It's having
crisis.
withdrawals from us.
Like if we go there and you got the ACP and the rice was just hard, it wasn't like, it was just uncooked rice, would you eat it?
No.
Exactly,
Mm,
exactly.
hard rice.
But Jacob, what did you do this week? Because you're
Uh,
important as well. Not really good. We gotta cater you a little bit, I
I
guess.
didn't really do anything. Played basketball some.
Oh yeah, I tore him up in basketball.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. Oh, did you ever find a basketball shoe?
No, did not.
Oh, sorry. Did you find any 12s?
No.
Okay.
Like I said, I found my 14s. But Jacob can't wear 14s.
What size do you wear now?
14.
But he don't play basketball.
I'm the best one.
Well,
Me and Zach are gonna play on the intramural team at App
Yeah.
with Charlie,
Uh,
and I'm so bad at basketball.
He's
I'm learning that I'm not the 3-point threat that I thought I was,
Mm-hmm. Oh, Adam, I could have told you that.
but I'm not the deep sniper. But the shooting will come. I guess I'm more of a post finesser now. Charlie taught me a couple post moves. And
Mm.
he had an old pair of basketball shoes that he gave me, so we're trying to look for Jacob some too.
Mm.
Cause it really does make a difference when you don't.
Yeah. Break some ankles if you don't.
What I was wearing was my old tennis shoes from like tennis shoes, not tennis shoes. It's like I go to
Alright.
the store to get some tennis shoes. Like my actual shoes that I played tennis in
Yeah.
from high school. They have absolutely no grip on the bottom because tennis shoes like will kill, or tennis will kill your shoes. Like the grip will be gone. I had a pair of. No, I wore a pair of my dad's old running shoes one year, and gone in like 2 weeks. Like my toe came out of the shoe. So he luckily had an old pair of those, like the exact same shoe. I wore those, and those were gone by the end of the season too. So I had to rotate. I couldn't use the one shoe that had my toe out, but I had to rotate like the other shoe did. It was bad.
Adam, what'd you do this weekend?
I had an okay week, not really doing much.
Mm.
What did I do this week, to be honest?
Probably rehearsal.
I had rehearsal for the show we're doing now. But other than that, I didn't really do much. I hung out with Jacob some. Oh, we went to Boone Friday.
yes.
Got my app card.
Cool.
Went around, looked up there. I swiped my card at the library, and it worked, and it made me feel very powerful.
That sounds.
We went around the student rec, looked around in there.
Mm.
Didn't really go in any other of the buildings, or other than the library, really.
Yeah.
But it was nice to go see the campus.
They've got, oh man, their library is like, it's 3 stories, but 4 if you count like the basement level.
Yeah,
And-
where do you go in it?
Yeah. Well, there's actually one below that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But like down below, that's where like the broadcasting stations are. They got green screens and camera recording equipment. I mean, it's like crazy.
Yeah.
But I like their library because I mean it's open 24 hours a day, or it was pre-COVID.
Yeah. I mean, I've only been there like 2 or 3 times.
Right.
Or to the campus 2 or 3 times.
And yeah, it's just really spacious and like there's like room to work.
So the bottom floor was like, honestly, it just reminded me of like a hotel lobby.
Yeah.
Just nothing really much to like go do there.
Yeah.
I mean, we went over to the vending machine, but
They have the cafe in there.
they did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there wasn't like really like a library part down there.
Mhm.
But I saw the second floor, there's people studying, so I guess there's tables and stuff on the second floor.
Yeah, and it's like you have to go through these book detectors. They
Yeah.
kind of look like metal detectors, but they're book detectors, I guess. And that's like the main part of the library with like your books, and there's elevators and stairs there to go up and down, and different floors of different kinds of books.
Yeah.
The top floor is like not really books; it's more like historical records. You know what I mean?
So
Like
each
archives.
floor has different books.
Right, has different kinds of stuff on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Charlie also told me that they didn't rent a room, but reserved one of the study rooms
Yeah.
down there. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll probably end up doing that.
Yeah, that's for like, if you need to work on like a group project together or whatever, you can schedule or reserve a room,
Group project.
group project, or, yeah,
Group project means solo project.
more or less. But,
Except for one, we did one in English, and I was so done with that class, I was like, this will actually be a group project.
Right?
Because usually in a group project, I kind of like spruce it up, you know, put the
Spruce it
little
up.
atom flare on it, and I was
Right.
like, no, this is y'all.
Not worth it.
Your part is your part, my part's my part. Let's just get it done.
Let me ask you, does that make you happy? Like,
I'm the only one doing the work.
yes.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes, because I know it's done well. No, because I'm the only one doing it.
Right?
I mean, it is a group project after all.
Yeah.
Like, help me, but do it in a. I don't have to in a group project. I don't want to have to go through every slide and make sure everything's right.
Right?
Just do it in a good way
Mhm.
that's not gonna stink.
Mhm.
Like me and Zach did a project in Spanish in high school,
Yep.
and it was on our dream house.
Mhm.
And I don't know why that was a project. We was learning about houses and stuff in houses and directions and different things. And everybody had to do one. And I did my stuff on the project, and Zach did his the class period before Spanish.
Oof.
And I wanted to add, in high school, when I did presentations, when a slide would come up, I would have like the animations of all the little slides come in. I went hard on the ones in high school.
Mhm.
I've learned to kind of tone it down a little bit.
Right?
But no, I used to be that guy that had it. My OCD is like, all pretty moving things.
Right?
But no, I went that hard in high school. But and then he put it in Google Translate. While we were presenting it, Miss Taylor got him in front of the entire class, and I just had to stand there and take it because I was up there with him. Because there were like half of the words in his thing we didn't even learn in class,
Right?
and we just had to. I had to stand there and just take it. But thankfully, she graded it on an individual basis of the group project, and so he got points taken off and I didn't. But I was like, Zach, are you kidding me? It made me so mad.
Jacob, what makes you happy in life? What's your happy place?
I don't know.
Okay.
Playing basketball.
Do you have a happy place?
Get destroyed by me in basketball.
Are you ever happy?
Yeah?
Yeah?
Get destroyed by me in basketball. That's
Yeah.
the happy place.
Wow. I had something lined up for the devotion this morning, but then I got on my phone and on the Bible app, I saw this thing and it made me change my mind. So we're going to do this now.
Change the
So
motion.
I found this thing.
You didn't even read it. We're gonna talk about it.
So, you know, on the Bible app, they have like these different like devotionals you can go through. I found this one here. It's part 1 of 3. So there's 3 of these things, but it's called Non-Common Lies Christians Believe. That piqued my interest. Also because there's a picture of a jackalope on here. Like the rabbit with like the antlers, you know, one of those things.
That's what it is.
So I got to looking, the very first one here, it just says, God just wants me to be happy. And I'm like,
That's a lie.
interesting. You're right. They're saying that that's the lie. And
What does it say the second line? Oh,
the second lie's on the second devotional.
Gosh, Adam.
but there's 9 of them. There's only 3.
There's 3 lies on each devotional.
But there's not. It's called non-common lies.
Right. See, there's part 1 of 3.
Oh.
3 times 3 equals.
Okay, you know what,
9.
Nathan? You know what? Okay, I thought that was part 1, that was part 2, and that was part 3.
No. No.
You know what?
You're a big
alright.
brain, Adam.
Yeah.
That was just I was using my common sense.
So anyways, let me ask you at home. Does God just want you to be happy? We're about to find out. They say no. Are they right? Probably. I don't know. But
we're about to find out.
yeah, we're about to find out. So they make the distinction on that devotional that the world's idea of happiness is different from God's idea of happiness, right? Which I can see to a degree, right? Like, it makes me happy to have money, but I shouldn't rob a bank to be happy. You know what I mean? That's not very good. So
I don't think you'd be a good bank robber.
I don't think I would either. I'm too.
I feel like it'd be the SpongeBob episode where he puts the sock over his head and it's like, put the money in the bag! You're facing the wrong way, sir. And then he gives him his bank card and everything. Check,
But-
please.
But there's like zero balance on that thing.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Well, anyways, maybe. But the point remains though that, you know, we base our happiness off of our situations, right? And things can happen at any point, at any time, to change that situation. Therefore, is it really a good idea to base our happiness on those situations? Probably not, right? Which comes to the point, well, what do we base our happiness on? And the point that they make, and the point that I'm going to make, is that our happiness comes through knowing Christ. When we look at Scripture, I'm here in Philippians chapter 4, and verse 4 right here says, "Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice." We go over here to Philippians 4, verse 10. "But I rejoice in the Lord greatly, that now at the last your care of me hath flourished again, wherein you were also careful, but you lacked opportunity." Just saying that, you know, he still rejoices in the Lord in all of his circumstances, if I can talk this morning. So that's really the point of what they're trying to make, what I'm trying to make. When you base your happiness on stuff that can change or stuff that's very volatile, like Adam's stocks, we're talking about this morning, they're not doing so hot.
Okay. Let's back up. They're doing okay.
They're doing okay, not great,
They did not have a good last day.
right?
Yeah.
Well, his
They
happiness,
did not have a good Friday.
Adam's happiness has slightly diminished because of his okay stocks. So that's why I say, should we really be basing our happiness on things that can change so rapidly, so suddenly? And that's just for any part of our lives, whether that's people or stocks or relationships, whatever it might be. Or would it be better for us to base our happiness on knowing Christ, who is unchanging? He's the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. That might be a little bit better for us. And that's going to take some discipline, right? That's a hard thing to do, to not want to base your happiness on what's going on around you. That's a really hard thing to do. But if we are to continue on in our sanctification process, I think it's necessary that we discipline ourselves to do that. So anyways, with that being said, this morning I charge you to reconsider your priorities, to kind of see where it is you're basing your happiness. And when you're unhappy, why? Why are you unhappy? Is it because things are going your way or some other reason, right? And with that, I will close today's devotion.
I've noticed your closing statements. Is I charge, and then I close.
Yeah.
Have you just not noticed that?
I know. I've been waiting to see if he ever changes it up.
No.
I know it's always the same.
Okay.
Now that you said it, you
Do you want me to change it up?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, I like a good routine. I like a good routine. No, I
See?
respect it.
Pastors are like comedians.
Pastors are like me. Okay, let me hear this one.
I
I thought there was
have,
gonna be a punchline.
well, sort of. I have a friend who's a missionary, and he goes around to different churches and speaks and whatnot.
Like an international or like just around here?
International,
Okay.
yeah. And I was talking with him. This was a pretty good while ago, but this is the first time I had to go speak in front of a different church other than my own.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know, can you give me any pointers or anything like that? And he told me, he said, "Nathan, first of all, don't apologize for anything that you say. If you're speaking truth, don't apologize for it." He said there are two people who should never have to apologize for what they say. And that is a comedian and a pastor. And I said, "Yeah, but I'm not a pastor." He said, "Yeah, you're not a comedian either." And that kind of hurt me a little bit, but it's fine. Anyways.
Good grief. Ouch.
It's okay.
What?
I can't believe you said that to me. Nathan, I think you're a comedian. You tell some funny jokes.
Thanks.
You used to tell some funny
I
jokes.
used to.
We used to do a dinner theater in our church, and Jesse stole all my jokes.
Oh.
I had the good jokes, and he stole them.
I'm sorry.
That's why Jesse's so funny.
Hmm.
That's a joke.
Anyways.
Let's turn the camera off while I kill him.
Okay, well, let's close first before we turn the camera off. So that way they know to come back.
They know to come back and not see Jacob next week.
All right.
Because he's gonna be,
In the hospital.
In the
Yeah.
hospital, yeah. Well,
sure, in the hospital.
anyways, thank you for watching today. Fellows in
In
fellowship.
fellowship.